Okay, this is a video for controlling mental particularly, but if you watch this video full video, it should help out other controllers like light or gadgets. Let's start out by showing you my gear so you don't think I'm a low level or anything like that. I've got a 113 ranged rifle weapon, the Shroud of Anubis. My bad, that's PvE. Duh. Right here's my PvE gear. Shoulders for the Umbranic Invader, Amazonian hands, Amazonian legs, aerial defender belt, aerial defender legs, tier 3 head, Brainiac Invader back, and tier 3 back. I did have tier 3 Amazonian legs, but Amazonian gear's better. Then I got these tier 3 weapons. I got more in my bank, but I had these because I was deciding for PvP. Well, your first priority as a tank, as a controller, is giving up power. When you start doing tier 1s and duos, you will have, this will be your main priority. You won't really do the other things unless you're very skilled. Well, there's two ways of giving up power. Power of time, or pot, as some people say. And then you got power up boosting. How to get power of time is telekinesis or psychic blades. It's really your opinion, but they both give power over time as soon as you play it to the people that are near you. Telekinesis, as you see, lifts and holds enemies helplessly in the air while hurling nearby objects at them, which means they'll go up in the air, and like if there's a barrel or a fire meteor near you, it will shoot at them, which is very efficient for PvP. And illusion, this is kind of like the area effect, or one of the area effects, and it stuns people around you and shoots out 3 blades and it stuns them, and it also gives that power. Right. Your second priority is debuffing. Debuffing is where you start to get into that hardcore controlling stuff. You've got defense debuffs, you got healing debuffs, and you got a damage output debuff. For PvE or player versus everyone, you have to have the defense debuff and a damage debuff. There's two choices of defense, or actually there's two choices from everyone. My choices in this particular point is Thought Bubble for my defense, Pyrokinesis for my healing debuff, and Kyrokinesis for my damage output defense, debuff. And then also here's the other ones. If you don't particularly like those powers, Horrific Visage, which is real cool. If I had more platforms, I'd probably be using that one. But that's a healing one, and it puts them into a little ghost form, I guess you would say. Then you got Fent Flames, this is another good one. It reduces defenses, and Terrorize. Terrorize is the damage output debuff. This is a pretty good one too. Right. Those are really your main priorities. I mean, your other priorities are kind of like, some people could say stunning, but once you start doing this boss raids and big raids, you really don't stun at all. So that's really your priorities for controlling. I'm going to show you my skill points, so you can actually see if you don't know how to skill your skill points. You go into Vitalization. You go into that if you want to. My other controller doesn't. He goes straight into Might or whatever that one is. But I usually get this one for being a good controller. That one just makes your stealth go up and your critical power chance. And then there's no Vitalization one. And here's the other one, Dominance. Dominance makes it where, like, if you got higher dominance than the enemy you are facing, it will control them. If you've realized, if you've ever went up against a tank and they're a pretty good tank, you cannot control them sometimes. You'll play a power and it'll just do nothing to you, to them. As you see, I just need 2 more points and I'll be totally geared out, but that's because I have 2 weapons. Here's another Vitalization one, and Dominance, and then the last one is Vitalization. Flight. I'm Flight usually, because I really like Flight because it's good for farming exobits, and it's got a, and I just like Flight. I just think it's best. Supersonic, of course, everybody's got that. And then a pull, if you've ever done FOSS 1, you have to pull the crabs off a north or south side, but if you haven't, you just learned how. You get that, and you just pull them off the cliff. If you're gadgets, you don't even need this. You just get the grapple pull, which is another good one. I like gadgets also. Here's my loadouts, or my loadout. I don't really DPS much. Telekinesis, like I said, you can use psychic blades also, right there. The defense debuff, which is thought bubble, and telekinesis because I was doing. I just did the tier 3 alert, which when you do PvP, you usually want to swap that out with pyrokinesis to destroy healers because that's your pet rock scissors thing. That's your good against healers, particularly electricity, sorcery, nature. Even if they're DPS, you should go against them good. Grandeur, which I think I forgot to do this one, but what this one does is makes them attack other targets, and it also frees you from control effects and prevents damage. So that's another good one, especially for both really PvP and PvE. For PvE, if you have a gang of mobs killing you, they don't kill you quick. You press that, and it'll attack one of your other teammates. Bastion, which other people use other supercharges, but this one protects all teammates from damage from ethereal telekinetic. So I like that one because of the 50%. I don't like using 100% because you're constantly worrying about when should I play it. And then psychic empowerment. So that's the one that it's the boost power. Let's see. Oh yeah, the other supercharges. That one's great for PvP, mass hysteria, but then against 100% supercharge. But that one's a great one. I really like that one for PvP centered. But what that one will do is it'll like cast like 6 or 4 around like ghost, and also transform you into a big ghost. And if you're a healer, you know the last 28 missions similar to those purple ghost. And then there's another psychic shield, which is 100% supercharged again, but this one's a little bit better than Bastion, but it's again it's super 100%. Then there's Bolt Barrage, which shoots like similar to the fireball thingamajigger where they keep on shooting fire at you. But yeah, it shoots out purple ether, like purple little balls, and it hurts it's really good if you're DPS or really for PvP, even if you're controlling, for killing those quick healers that keep on healing. And then there's Bastion, which I've already explained that one. This is my controller, and I hope you like this video.